Hello people, we promised a Q&A video. Here it is.
Yeah, hello guys, Manly here.
Alright, so we have quite a few questions to answer. This is probably going to be a very long video. But, you know, said we'd do it, we're going to do it. So yeah, here we go.
Start off with the first one.
Alrighty, so this one is from LTech13. What is your opinion on the Asus Transformer Book T100 and would you ever consider purchasing one?
I've never heard of the T100 personally, but given that the Transformer Book, I don't know, I'm kind of over Asus on the tablet side of things outside of the Nexus line, so I mean, I probably wouldn't consider one.
It sounds like it's a Windows 8 hybrid thingy.
Yeah, it is.
No. Okay, yeah.
The only thing I would consider in that category is the XPS 12.
Yeah, so I wouldn't probably get one.
Well, I tried it on Staples. If I actually have some money to throw around, then I might consider one. Like, I found those kind of cool.
Yeah. Okay, so the next question is from Shelden iHardware, and the question is, what was the first computer you tinkered around with? So the first computer I tinkered around with was actually my first computer. My grandma gave it to me. It was like an E-Machines, E-Tower, something or other. It was a piece of crap, but you know, it taught me pretty much what I know about computers.
I think mine was actually like a Power Mac 8100 back in 2002 or so. I think before that was actually a Mac LC. I don't remember which one I actually really tinkered with, but I know the 8100 was the first computer I actually ever took apart. So that'd be the first thing I actually learned on.
Yeah. How about you?
Alright, so in 2007, when I screwed up my 2-year-old compact, my dad got fed up with me, decided not to buy me a new computer. So it's gonna be the Dell Optiplex GX Pro with a Pentium 64 gigs of RAM and Windows 98. 64 gigs of RAM? Yeah. And I managed to break one of the sticks, so...
64 megs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
64 gigs, man. That's more than your precision.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. This one is from WesoLabeshnai. Now that is a username. Holy crap. What features of Macs make you prefer them over PCs, software and hardware wise? Well, first of all, MacBook. This thing's built like a tank, and you know, everything is good quality basically. Same with software, it's fast, it works, it doesn't give me a bunch of bullshit like Windows on a daily basis. So that's why I bought this thing, and that's why I like it more than Windows.
What he said, basically. Well, for me, I just like the software. The Mac, they crash less, and it's less bullshit.
Yep, I agree.
However, the hardware side, I prefer building a computer or a business class. As like, that's the person who ditched his Mac. Yeah.
Okay, so the next question is from Theamazingtechman, and his question is, would you ever get another Mac? If so, what Mac would you get? Me, it'd probably be a Mac Pro, honestly. I mean, if I could afford it, but otherwise, I plan on keeping this thing for as long as it'll work, and, you know, it'll do what I want it to do, so, yeah.
I think, if anything, I would go up to a 15-inch MacBook Pro. Past that, I kind of want my Mac to be the laptop, and my custom build to be my Windows machine, so...
Yeah. What about you?
Alright, either another Mac Pro, I mean Mac Mini, or Mac Pro, that's it.
Okay. Alright, the next question is from High Voltage 12 Volts. It's probably directed towards me, but do the fans on your Retina MacBook Pro ever speed up when playing 1080p 60 FPS? My late 2014 15-inch constantly revs up the fan doing common non-intensive tasks. Actually, I do have something to say about this. Yes, mine does ramp up quite a... Well, it doesn't ramp up, but I know the temperatures go a little bit crazy, like up to 90 Celsius on my 13-inch Retina MacBook Pro. When I'm not even on 60 FPS, on just 1080p 30, it gets crazy. And if I go up to 720p 60 FPS, it gets kind of nuts. I don't know about his fans, though. Well, mine stay relatively quiet. For mine, this thing, I think it's kind of retarded, because unless I'm handbraking or doing that kind of shit, when I'm watching a 1080p 60 FPS video on the stock fan curve setting, they don't go up at all. They stay at 2000 RPM, and the computer gets it like 90 to 95 Celsius. So that is why I installed Max Fan Control, and basically you can have it set a custom fan curve. And so now that I do that, yes, my fans spin up a lot because I have my temperature limit set at 85, I think.
Since I'm done answering this question, I'll be right back.
So
this is gonna be unprofessional, but you know what? We're doing this pro bono style.
okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, now we can see each other. Anyway, so to answer the question, yes, the fans do spin up, but because I program that way. When I'm doing normal stuff, like just browsing the internet or watching, say, at 720 or a 1080p 30 FPS YouTube video, the fans don't really spin up that much. So it's only with 60 FPS.
So next.
Yep, next time. This one is from Minimal Cav. Your first time using a computer. Well, I'm pretty sure it was the Dell Optiplex GX110 because that's the computer my dad had at the time, and basically that's what got me into computers. I used to play like little flash games and stuff on it. So yeah, that's me.
My first was very vivid memory. Excuse me. Power Mac 5200 in elementary school actually, and it was quite fun. I used to have fond memories of like Number Munchers and some weird other game. I can't remember what the hell it was named. That was me.
Well, for me, I think it was a custom build Windows 98. That's it in 2000 or 2001. My uncle introduced me to computers.
Okay, so the next question is from Morgan Hodgkinson. And his question is, what sparked your interest in technology, and what technology do you hope to see before you die? Well, I kind of answered the first part of that question in the last question, so yeah, there you go. And what technology do I hope to see before I die? Honestly, I wish everything was wireless because I fucking hate cables. So yeah, that's basically it. Maybe flying cars, that kind of thing. So
look at him, he's living the dream already.
Exactly.
Yeah, me too. I cut the wires. I'm not Bluetooth, bitches.
So yeah, do you guys have anything to add?
What sparked my interest? To be honest, video games. Like it was kind of a thing. Like back in the early 2000s, I was just really into video games, and it kind of just transferred over into technology, and I started getting into technology a lot more, and that's kind of where we're at now, basically. What technology do I hope to see before I die? I actually don't know.
Yeah.
I'll pass it over to Manly because I really can't think of anything at the moment.
Alright, so believe it or not, what got me into technology is as simple as Microsoft Word. So Microsoft Word, when I first saw it, it's like being a paper being simulated. That got me interested in computers, and it kind of went from there. And before I die, I would like to see like aircraft that can go across the Pacific in 2 hours, or hovercraft.
Hovercraft?
Yeah, mainstream.
But that doesn't sound very fun at all. Hovercraft. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Okay, so the next question is probably directed at me, but all three of us can answer it. What do you think your next car will be for if some reason you can't drive the Eclipse? Honestly, my next car will probably be a Honda because I like absolutely nothing that Mitsubishi has right now. They're going towards like SUVs and electric vehicles, and I hate that shit. So yeah, probably some sort of Honda, maybe a Honda Civic or something.
I already know this one. 03 Corolla, if not an 02 Chevy Prism. And I know many people are going to be like, what the hell are you thinking? Well, you know what? My previous car was a 98 Chevy Prism, and that thing owed me 0 favors. I put almost no money into it. It never died once, except for when a deer hit it. So,
yeah.
Reliable car.
What about you, Manly?
Alright, so as soon as we move to the Philippines, which maybe a year from now, we might be getting a Hyundai. A diesel-based Hyundai.
They make those? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the Philippines, they make lots of things we don't have here.
Yeah, true. Okay, well, this is another question. This is from Team Cool 95, and I think this is just like a general question. How do you make your computer start up faster on Windows 7 without an SSD? So, basically what I can recommend...
Defragment.
Yes.
And disable shit.
Exactly.
Run CCleaner, too.
Yeah.
And then go to msconfig and disable all the startup crap. That helps a lot.
And, do a disk check, because file system corruption, it may not break your computer, but it could possibly slow it down. So
yeah.
Right.
Pretty much that. I mean, really, there isn't much you can do, because you can only eke out so much performance from a hard drive, so...
Yeah.
Defrag, CCleaner, run a disk check. That's all, and check for viruses too. I mean, that goes without saying, but that's why I'm saying it, because those could slow down the startup.
And
Definitely.
But really,
good.
And also, if you're looking at, say, you don't want to get an SSD because the price per gigabyte is too high, look into a Seagate SSHD, which is basically a hybrid drive with a. It's partially SSD, partially a spinning disk. It offers a good compromise.
I agree. What were you
And
gonna say?
I was gonna say that SSHD, but he already took it.
Okay, well, there you go. Okay, the next question is from Brendan Ryan. What or who had inspired you to work and made you interested in computers? I think I've kind of already answered this, but I mean, I don't know. I guess it was just technology itself. I mean, I kind of got interested because it was kind of there and exposed to me, so yeah.
My friend, the one who actually gave me the Power Mac 8100 I mentioned before, handed me a copy of Macs for Dummies, and out of my boredom, I read through that entire book and kind of just took to it. So.
Okay.
I think it was my uncle, since I like to actually, when I was a kid, I actually liked writing, so he introduced me to typing. So my uncle and my brother, he introduced me to the internet 10 years ago.
Okay, so the next question, really simple one, from Ice Planet RC. What state do you live in?
Denial.
California, bitches.
Yeah, we obviously all live in California. So
Yeah.
there you go. Okay, next question. I'm pretty sure it's directed at me. Why did you? Oh, it's from YM Tech Review. Why did you get an iPhone 6? Why didn't you just stick with the 5S?
Oh boy.
Because this guy is an idiot.
Yes.
I'm
No. The only reason I upgraded is because the bigger screen. I mean, come on. This is.
No,
good.
he had his, if you all remember when he was on Dello 304 and he had his bit of a Samsung fanboyism back in
Yeah.
mid-2013, he kind of had that again this year, and he decided to switch to an S5, then figured out his S5 was a pile of junk and saw the light again, so that's what happened there.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, but no, he kind of went that.
It's partly true. So okay.
And isn't it the screen size is small also to begin with the 5S?
Yeah. Pretty much.
It's teeny, even though it's only like a 0.7-inch difference.
That's a much bigger difference than you would think it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 6 questions from a viewer, and the only reason I included all of his questions is because this guy's pretty cool. It's from Matthew K, so we have 6 questions to answer. The first one is, well, this is kind of a repeat, but what product or device got you interested deeply in technology?
Dell's.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I got the Dell Latitude D500 back in 2010. I thought that thing was the shit. Got it for free from my school.
He thought it was a shit so much he bought 2 of them. Actually, 3 of them later.
Yeah, so that I was gonna have to say is the computer that got me interested in technology. And then of course the iPhone when I found out about it a couple years before that.
And then you're like, it's such junk. I got an iPhone 4 like when it's about to go end of life.
I know, but I thought it was so amazing. Okay, what about you?
For me, it's both Microsoft Windows, even though I hate the shit out of it sometimes, and Microsoft Office. I was a kid back then. Don't blame me.
Yeah.
Move on.
Okay, next one. How did you guys meet? Well, I met Chris over a phone.
Okay, let me.
Yeah.
I
Let
want to
him
tell
explain
the story. So basically, what happened was Ryan got a Nexus S on Dello 304 a while back, and I said, I have a Galaxy Nexus that has been blacklisted. I thought it was blacklisted at the time. It turns out it wasn't. Would you like it for like $25? And he said, okay, maybe, can you save it for me? And I was like, sure. Then I guess something happened, and he told me he lived in San Jose, and I was like, holy shit, that's like an hour away from me. I could just drop it off next time I'm in the area, and I decided to just give it to him for free, and that's how we met over that. Then he made a YouTube video saying he was selling his 14Z a while back, and I asked him, figuring I would get turned down, but hey, you can't fault me for trying, right? Saying, I would like to buy your 14Z because I have an Asus piece of shit, and basically, can you do it in payments because I can't give it to you all in one go? And he was like, sure. So we met up again, and then pretty much from there on, it's history. And then we met up with Manly not long after.
Right, and of course, we're really good friends now. So.
And you know how our first meeting happened because of that E6420.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Because
Yeah.
I was sold my E6420 to Manly because I was in anticipation of getting my own MacBook Pro.
Thanks to that laptop, I met these two guys.
And yeah, and of course, you know, here we are. We're really good friends. These guys are pretty much the only guys I hang out with on a regular basis. So,
Yeah.
yeah, the rest is history, as Chris said.
Yeah, once a month.
All right, next. What is your favorite technology or gaming product of 2014? That's a tough one. Well, this technically came out in 2013, so... And off a 2012 design, so... Shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
iPhone 6?
shit.
I guess. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. But, I mean, that's the only really new thing I got. Everything else is just kind of a rehash of last year's model, so... I'd have to say the iPhone 6 is probably my favorite.
I'll let Manly answer because I'm still thinking about this one, actually.
Well, I'd say the OnePlus One. So
Ouch.
it's... Yeah, deal with it. Anyway, so that phone, for a startup company, it's actually built really well, and it runs cyanogen mod right out of the box. You don't really see that a lot on phones, especially TouchWiz.
Okay, I guess here's what I'll go with. Now, this is going to sound... People who know me are going to probably say, well, that sounds odd. I'm going to say the Nexus 6, but only for a couple of reasons. One, it kind of addresses the shortcomings of all the previous Nexus products. Like, every Nexus product was always a trade-off. You're going to either have a shitty battery, shitty camera, shitty something with it. But this time they went all out, and they brought a decent camera, a good battery, just a whole bunch of stuff that should have been in the Nexus 5. But the problem is the price is outrageous, and I really don't think the world is ready for a 2K screen. But I mean, it did actually bring a good Nexus phone to the lineup for once, so hats off to them.
Alrighty. Next question is, for me, how and when did you meet Tyler5310 online? I actually don't completely remember. I think he commented on one of my computer updates, and then like he asked me what state I lived in, and then we Skyped once, and basically we're friends. And as you guys know, because I did a vlog, I actually went to his house, which is like, what, 2,500 miles away from here in Alabama, and I was there for a week, and it was pretty awesome. So yeah, it was cool to meet him. So,
And I met him through a Facebook group.
yeah.
I made Manly could say the same on that one.
Yeah. Okay, so the next question is, would you ever do a Google Hangouts or a Skype call with your longtime viewers? I've known of your channel since the 2008 MacBook acquisition video on the Dell 304 channel.
Damn, that's a long time fan with her.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably try and answer this one, even though it's probably directed to you. I would say maybe a hangout. I wouldn't even say a hangout. It's like something there, because like we're actually doing something with our own little group right now where we have a chat, and a Skype call would just get out of hand. I know that much.
Yeah.
Like too many people talking at the very same time.
Yeah.
With regards to a hangout, it's really kind of hard to do a hangout because there's no moderation, no
Yeah.
nothing, so things can get out of hand very quickly. I don't know about Skype, but it would have to be... I mean, I wouldn't say, at least me, I wouldn't be opposed to the idea of doing that in a chat setting where there's moderators and such that can like dial back the people who are being shitheads. But
Totally agree with him. That's why I don't do it. I mean, there is no control. What if someone gets out of hand?
People like Matthew K, okay, they're cool. People
Yeah.
like that are cool, but there's always going to be some shithead that comes in and just ruins it for everybody.
Exactly. So, to answer your question, no, but yes, if there was some sort of moderation. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to IRC. The only thing is setting that up. And
Trying to
kind
get people in the IRC is already a chore. We've tried.
Yeah, so to answer the question, probably not.
And to add to this, well, I've been to Skype calls a lot, like like last year. With too many people, I can't even get a turn to speak. And if I manage to get my way through, then I feel like I was being rude. So
That's when you just pipe up and say, cocky egg.
Yeah.
yeah, so fuck that.
You get finger. Okay, next question. What tech or gaming products do you have on your wish list this year? This is basically it. This is all I've pretty much wanted. And then of course this, but that was earlier in the year. So, iPhone 6, I got it. We're recording this in December, so the year's kind of gone. But yeah, this was on my wish list and I got it.
Pretty much a motherboard for my custom build, since the 940A G46. No, it's a 970A G46. Shat the bed, and I'm kind of without a custom build for now. I mean, I still got my MacBook, so I'm not like, but just not having a custom build there to fall back on is kind of annoying.
Right, right. Okay.
Well, maybe an NVIDIA Shield for emulation. Built-in controller.
Shield tablet or Shield portable?
The portable. I tried it and it's very nice. Not too bad.
Okay, well, that was it for Matthew K's questions. You are a long-time viewer, and I know you're cool, so thank you for asking questions.
And thanks for watching my videos.
Yeah, there you go. All right, next question. This is from, oh, that's probably a type. Well, it might not. Grouden Brown. Okay.
I'm sorry, that sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, he has 2 questions. The first question, what is your primary source of funds? What do I do? Well, I get AdSense money, first of all. That's how I fund a lot of stuff.
You're not supposed to talk about the Fight Club, sir.
Well, you know, YOLO. So yeah, I get AdSense money every now and then. It's not a lot, but it helps. And then I also work with my dad on the weekends sometimes. We do, you know, water systems work. So I make some money sometimes doing that. So that's how basically I afford stuff like this and this.
Bling bling.
Yeah, exactly. So, you guys want to answer this one?
I mostly do the same thing as Ryan does, so...
There you go. What about you?
Well, for me, same thing. AdSense, fixing tech, and maybe if I find something in the dumpster, I sell it online.
And this guy finds some good stuff in the dumpster, let me tell you.
Yes, he does.
Like what? Nintendo DS?
3DS?
Yeah.
Okay, the next question. If you don't want to work with computers, what do you want to do? Do you want to be a graphic designer, an app developer, a web designer, something else? I really don't know what I want to do with my life. I'm a junior in high school. I'm just trying to get through high school for now. I'm probably going to go to college, hopefully maybe a community college or something. As for a career, I don't know. I'm kind of undecided on the computer thing because I worked in a laptop repair center for about a month, and after a while it just got boring and stressful, so I'm not sure if I want to fix computers for my career. So I really don't know.
It should be noted that's probably not, that's not what real jobs make you do. They kind of knew you were like minor,
yeah,
and they kind of got over on you. I think it's really not that bad, but I'm basically gonna stick with computers, so I mean that's probably all I know at this point.
And how about photography? You're really good at that.
Yeah,
stuff.
you are good at that.
I'm good, but it's something that you really can't make money off of unless you're really good.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. What about you?
For me, I find video editing or video production really relaxing, so I'd probably consider that.
Yeah, I like making videos, but I don't see myself making a career out of it. I just do it because, you know, it's
hobby.
what I do. It's a hobby, yeah, because YOLO. Okay, that was it for this question. That was it for his questions. The next one is from Scotchy. He has 3 questions. Number 1 is, why and how old were you when you started YouTube? Well, my inspiration was basically the Maritime Man. That was like legit my total reason for doing YouTube. I found him out in about 2008. I watched him for about a year, and then I figured, okay, I'm gonna make my own channel and do my own videos. So I created my first account on December 28th, 2009, so we're coming up on the 5-year anniversary. So yeah, and then here we are. My videos were absolutely horrible at first, but over the years, here we are. So that's that.
Yeah, full HD.
Filthy casual. I started, my YouTube account was actually started in 2007, like on YouTube's launch, I think. Don't remember.
2005 is when YouTube was launched.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was 2007.
April
Well, 2007 is when it started going big. But,
Yeah.
2007, why? Mostly this guy, because he, like, when we started meeting up, I kind of started really watching his videos. I was like, I kind of want to do something like that. And then he was kind of like behind me saying, yeah, you should do it, you should do it.
Yep.
And so it ended up happening, and that's actually how I got the camera that we're recording on right now.
And I gave him a leg up, I gave him a shout out, and then kind of a few of my viewers flocked over to his channel, so.
And now I'm up to like 220 subscribers, which thank you guys for that if you're watching.
Yep.
Yeah, your videos are kind of cool too.
Okay, what about you?
Well, for me, I started up in November 1st, 2007 as Starkist1480. Then I was 14 years old when I started it. So yeah, my sister introduced me to YouTube. And then in 2010, some asshole hacked my channel. So I opened up Yelnam to Manly that lasted until 2013 until somebody hacked it again. Now I'm here, the Chinoy tech guy / Manly Evangelista.
Yep.
I'm sorry I was not snickering at Manly. I was snickering it because I'm kind of looking over the questions. Sussing out the tough ones to try
understandable.
and like, and I just saw one that, well, you guys will know when it comes up and what I'm snickering at.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, we're not even halfway through yet.
Just
okay, moving on. Second question, what is your opinion on the Moto X? I think it's a good phone. You know, when it came out, I thought it was good. It's cheaper than most of the high-end competition. It's not quite as good, but I think it's a good phone. My friend has one. I used it. Seems pretty nice. So, yeah, it's pretty good.
I kind of like the old Moto X because it was a statement that you didn't need all the specs in the world to make a good phone.
Yeah.
Like, it still had a dual-core processor, 720p display, all this stuff that, you know, most Android enthusiasts would look at you and be like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah.
And it still managed good performance. It still, like, managed to just be a good phone. This new Moto X has kind of thrown it out the window a little bit, but thankfully it's stuck with a 1080p display. It's stuck with it's still stuck with kind of a quad-core. I mean, I really don't think quad-core is even necessary even today, but it kind of threw out what was good about the Moto X in a way. It's still a good phone, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like the original Moto X was a statement that you didn't need to go overkill on the phone specs to have a good phone.
I agree.
Well, I had the Moto X and I think that phone is good. However, the only thing I don't like about it is you actually need to take a hit gun in order to repair it.
Yeah, that's not cool.
So other than that, I really like it. For the second generation, it looks kind of cool, but I'm happy with my Note 3, so I don't really need it.
Okay, there you go. Next question, if you had to get a Windows phone, which one would you get? Well, I wouldn't get a Windows phone. I had a 520, and you know, that's a kind of a piece of shit Windows phone, but it was a Windows phone nonetheless.
Yeah,
Not a fan.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah, I just don't like Windows Phone. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it works. No. So, I wouldn't buy a Windows Phone, like, ever. So, there you go.
I moderate the Windows Phone subreddit, so I kind of feel that's why I was snickering earlier. If I had to get one, I think I would get the Lumia 930 or the 1020. Probably the 930 because it's a good compromise between camera and all-around specs. But just where Windows Phone is and how Microsoft keeps screwing up all the time. No, I wouldn't get a Windows Phone.
Yeah, Windows.
It's a good operating system, but just Microsoft doesn't know what the hell they're doing with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, micro shit.
Okay, we are almost halfway done here. So, this one is from TechNerd1300. His question is, so what's your favorite phone of all time? My favorite phone of all time is the Motorola Razr 2 V9X.
Not the iPhone?
I love that phone. No, not the iPhone. I love the iPhone, but it's not my favorite phone of all time. In 2008, I was 10 years old. I didn't really tell her anything. My mom bought me that phone, and I was just so ecstatic with it, and I used it for almost a full 2 years, which is not something I can say about most cell phones I have. So, yeah, that is my favorite phone.
Voyager Titanium.
LG?
Yep. I loved the way the keyboard felt on that phone. I actually downgraded to that from a Droid, because I liked the keyboard so much. The keyboard on the Droid was just garbage.
Yeah.
So, it was a no-brainer. It was cheaper because Verizon, that was back when Verizon was mandating data plans on, like, smartphones, like, ridiculous amounts of money. It was cheaper, more effective, and I really liked the phone. But then not long after, I just ditched Verizon entirely.
Yeah, that red bastard.
Okay, what's your favorite phone?
Alright, so, yeah, besides the Note 3, this is my current favorite, my past favorite is the Samsung Galaxy S2 Skyrocket. Well, same thing I really like about this phone back then. It was a pretty fast phone.
Okie dokie. The next question is from Tommy Lachance. The best computer you love to use in your favorite operating system? Well, it's right here. I mean, come on, that was kind of self-explanatory. My favorite operating system, though, historically, I would have to say probably Windows XP, because it was the thing that...
Go. Get out of here.
No. It was the operating system that kind of introduced me to the quote-unquote modern era of computers. And yeah, I used it for years and I liked it, so. You're gonna slap me, right?
You have so many slabs banked up for when you turn 18. I hope you know that. I'd have to say Windows 2000, because that was like when Windows meant business and it was stable, was good. Windows XP. Even today, when I have to deal with Windows XP, it makes my blood boil. And I mean, I'm gonna go kind of a little off on a tangent here. I don't get why people still hang on to Windows XP, and I still don't know why it still has this appeal. Like, Windows 7 is just so much better in every possible way.
Well, of course, yeah. Now it just needs to die. I don't use
How about for software compatibility, like older games?
Okay, for that it's okay. If you're like running a Windows XP for something like, you know, older games compatibility, not like an internet-facing machine, okay, that's fine. But when people use it as their main, like, you know, wishlists, for example. Like, I don't hate wishlists at all. I don't mind him. I just don't. It just boggles me that people still use XP as their main OS.
Yeah, I agree.
And banks.
And to try to hang on to it so much.
Okay.
But okay, like I said, I ran off on a tangent on that one.
Well, for me, my favorite OS, even though Windows is a bunch of screw-up asshole, I would say Windows 7. Every software that I use. I'm so sorry, man. Are you done?
Yes. Do we have our composure?
Anyway, so I would say Windows 7, since Windows 7, everything is compatible. The UI is very nice to the eyes. And it's actually stable for me, and it's more flexible. If not OS 10.
Okay, moving on. We have 5 questions from Brandon P.
God damn it, Brandon.
Hello, Brandon.
It's okay, Brandon. Hi, Brandon. How you doing? Number 1. What are 5 things you really like or dislike about your Retina MacBook Pro?
Technically, this could go for both of us.
Yeah, exactly.
Good job.
Number 1. Build quality. This thing is a tank. I mean, yeah, I could probably throw it over there and it'd be okay.
Then
but I'm not going to do that. Second thing, the screen is beautiful. I love the screen. Even, you know, I'm using it scaled, but still, it looks great.
And it's thin.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's light. You know, that's another thing I like about it, because I obviously travel with this thing. So that's another thing. What's that? 3. The keyboard, the backlit keyboard is nice. I actually like the keyboard and the trackpad on the Retina MacBook Pro. Some people don't like this keyboard for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, and then of course, like I said, the trackpad is one of the greatest things about the MacBook Pro. I reiterate this in all my reviews, but there you go.
Do we have to answer what we hate, 5 things we hate as well, or?
I think you can choose one.
I'm gonna go in and out on this one. Well, mostly for what he said, but the thing I absolutely do hate is that the ports are on opposite sides of the damn computer, so it's like I can't just have everything coming off one side of the computer.
Oh yeah, and I just thought of another thing. Sorry to interject. It only has 2 USB ports. Like, what? Why?
Every Windows computer has at least 3.
I know, like 2
but
USB ports.
They're like, no, but here's 2 useless Thunderbolt ports.
Yeah.
Even my 4-year-old Dell has 4 USBs.
But there is one good thing about the Retina MacBook Pro. They finally gave it an HDMI port.
Yeah, yeah.
So you don't have to get a fucking adapter.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck adapters.
Anything you want to add?
Nope.
Alrighty. Number 2, does your dog
Hey Lucas, are you watching?
Does your dog ever jump on your desk?
Okay, composure. Does your dog ever jump on your desk, and if he does it piss you off? No, it's too high for him. He can jump, but not that high.
Well, my dog dumps on my desk.
Oh God. Okay, number 3.
This is what makes us so great. Yeah.
Okay, number 3. Chris, how's it going? Same question for you and Manly.
Shitty.
Alrighty. I'm doing alright. I mean, life is alright, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just bored. I'm ready to hit myself with a brick.
Let me go find you, Brick.
Alright, question 4. How's that iPod I sent you a while back? He's referring to a purple iPod Touch, iPod Nano, 5th generation. 4th, 5th, I don't know. I gave it to my mom. I didn't have a use for it, and my mom needed an iPod, so I gave it to her. I think it's working. I think she likes it, so
I think it's time for a Brent joke. We need one now. This
6.
here iPod.
Oh, yeah. Hey guys, Brent here.
I I sell iPods and accessories.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, we had to.
If money was no object, what car would you buy or what would you do to your car? Okay, if money was no object, I'd probably buy a BMW of some sort, just because, you know, they're cool and they're good qua. So, I don't know, maybe a BMW M5 or something. I don't really want to mod my car at all. There's no reason to. I mean, it's a car. It gets me to point A to point B. You want a faster car, get a better car. So yeah, that's my opinion.
Logic.
He kind of already answered it.
And if money were no object,
Yeah, there you go.
2014 Mazda 6.
Alrighty. Next question is from Adam RM. These are kind of two, yeah.
Oh, baby.
These are pretty explanatory. iPhone 6 or Galaxy S5 and Android or iOS. I think you guys can infer that.
iPhone 6.
Yeah.
Samsung Note 3.
Get out of here.
Alright.
Okay, so next, this one is from.
Sorry about the interruptions, guys.
Yeah, damn
Alright,
kids.
so the next questions are from Patrick Kemp. He asks two questions. Number one is, how are you able to sell your old technology so easily?
eBay, Craigslist, Swappa.
Basically eBay. Yeah.
What I do is I use Craigslist, and I also use like I offer it up to like my Google Plus friends or my Facebook friends first, and usually someone takes me up on it before I have to do it on Craigslist.
And I actually bought some of his stuff.
Some selling tips. One, don't price it too high. That's obvious, but seriously,
Yeah.
I tried to sell my S5 like a month ago for $450. No one bought it. I had to settle for $300, but hey, at least I got it out of here.
Well, what you need to do is you need to look around at the
Average
determine
selling
how
price.
much you want to lose. Look around at the average selling price and maybe undercut it by like 10 or 20 bucks.
Yeah.
And then base your price around that.
Also, free shipping. It helps.
Also, never in the form of Craigslist, never post your phone number.
Yeah.
Never,
Google boys.
Never. Well, no, don't even post any kind of phone number, because I can guarantee you most of the calls will be scams. Most of the text messages will be scams. What you need to do is you need to basically make it so a bot can't pick it up. Like what I do for my Craigslist stuff is I will put down my email address, and instead of like the @ symbol, I will put the word @gmail, the word dot, then com, because it looks for the period and the @ symbol to basically spam you.
Can I add something to that?
Yeah, of course.
Well, for me, I don't really like email. I'd rather have a direct communication, so that way I don't waste my time waiting for responses. And for the number, in case you do want to put your number,
Google Voice.
No.
Oh.
Well, I just spelled part of it, and some of it are numbers. So.
Oh, yeah, that works too, I guess.
Sometimes.
Okay, next question. Are you planning on getting the Apple Watch when it comes out? And if so, what configuration?
Hell no.
No, I'm not planning to buy it. I
Pebble.
don't need a smartwatch. I mean, I don't see the appeal. He does. He'll elaborate.
If my girlfriend didn't run off with it, I would have a Pebble on my arms right now. I just think it's good for, like, if you go to places like, say, San Francisco, you really want to keep your phone in your pocket, you don't want to pull it out to check the time. Or if someone tries to pull the old time trick on you, which they, like, ask you, hey, what's the time? And you go, oh, it's like this time, and they run off with your phone. You can prevent that from happening. And also, it's a good way to determine if your phone is worth pulling out for, like, a notification or something. But for that, just go spend $100 and get a Pebble. Don't waste $300 on a damn Apple Watch or a Moto 360.
And I think I can, since I'm gonna be moving, since on a major city back in my country, if you have a good phone, well, say goodbye to it. They're gonna snatch you for that. So I might have some use for it in the future.
Okay. Next question is from Gemini Jets 1100. Samsung or Apple, and give a detailed explanation why.
Take it away.
Apple. I mean, come on. Basically, I gave Samsung a chance twice. I moved to them for a phone in 2013. I ditched my iPhone 4. I got a Galaxy S4.
And a tab.
And a tab. I got bit in the ass for that. Samsung products, while decent, are not built as well as Apple products. The software is nowhere near as good. There's a lot of bugs. It's laggy. It's slow. There's a lot of bloatware. So, I mean, yeah. I switched to the S5 this year again for a couple of months. I figured out that was a big mistake, you know, for the exact same reasons that I ditched the S4. And so yeah, I'm just sticking with Apple.
Okay, I think I've got some good insight into this because I switch phones like every I switch phones more than I change my pants even.
Yeah.
And I gave Samsung a chance multiple times. I was kind of okay with them. The only thing let me make this clear. I like Apple. I do appreciate Samsung for what they do, like, you know, SD cards and hard buttons instead of on-screen buttons.
And removable batteries.
Yeah, but I mean, Apple is a company that stands behind their products, and I like that very much about them. I can go to an Apple store if this thing breaks, and I can have a new one within 10 minutes of an appointment. That's what I like about them, and I like that they just stand behind their products, and like they are built super well, Bendgate notwithstanding.
Totally agree.
But Samsung is just like the Note Edge pretty much puts into
Gimmicky.
Yeah.
They live by the gimmick, they die by the gimmick. The Note Edge is terrible.
Yeah.
And that's all they do. Like they're done with software gimmicks, so they're moving into hardware gimmicks. They like release a new Galaxy phone every other week, it seems like. It's just ridiculous how much they do that, and it's, I mean, obviously their strategy is working on some level. Well, not anymore. They're kind of losing money at the moment. But I just feel like, and I tried to give the S5 and Note 3 a chance, and the S5 had a loose power button and a loose volume rocker that felt really chintzy, and the back cover did not go on properly, so it felt like the waterproofing was just a big wash. And the Note 3, I bought my Note 3 new, and it started having headphone issues, so I used Jump with T-Mobile and ended up with this. So that kind of went into a mess, but there's my opinion. And
now for a contrasting opinion.
Yeah, the unpopular opinion, but I don't give a shit. I'll say it anyway.
He's gonna be like Apple. We're like, what?
Well, for aesthetics, I do like Apple and the customer service, but the reason I went Samsung is because I'm bored of iOS and I'm more of an Android person. All of the Android devices that I tried, the Note 3 fits the bill for me, so I'm gonna go with Samsung.
Alrighty.
Let me
check the time.
Yeah.
Intermission.
Oh, Siri.
Just in case, you want to flip the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, I would say, so we wanted to check the, you guys probably won't see this after editing, but you know,
Yeah.
we had to check the damn thing to make sure. So, okay, next question.
Alright, moving on. This question is from DOSDude1, cool guy. What is the oldest computer you currently own, and also what was the first computer you ever used? The oldest computer I currently own is a Macintosh SE from 1987.
Older than me.
I got it at the dump, you know, one day when I went with my dad, and I plugged it in, brought it home, plugged it in. It works just fine. It's older than me, and it's older, probably older than him.
Yeah.
And it works just fine.
Power Mac 5200. Wait. First computer. Oldest computer. Oh no, I was looking at the second part of the question. No. For oldest computer I currently own, I don't have one. I would say my custom built, but it is currently very much dead right now. Because I built that in like 2010, and I mean it's seen some upgrades since, obviously, but
yeah. Oh, and the first computer I ever used, I don't really remember. It was either probably the Dell Optiplex or I don't know.
And for me, that would be the Power Mac 5200.
Okay, what about you?
All right, so my oldest computer is technically the Dell Latitude from 2011. However, in my entire life, the oldest computer I ever owned was an Apple IIc. Sadly, the power supply took a shit and it took the machine with it, so I threw it out. And for the first computer, it's just like a Windows 98 white box, custom build.
Okay, next two questions are from Watershed44. First question is, are you going to try Windows 10 and RTM? Yeah, probably will, just to see what it's like. I hear it's going to be a little better than Windows 8, so, you know.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'll probably try it out. The next question, well, oh yeah, you guys want
to? Probably, maybe. I don't know. It depends on what the reviews are like for it and if I can get a license for it, because I know I have like millions of licenses for 8, but I don't think that's going to extend to Windows 10.
Yeah. What about you?
And for me, well, so far I really liked it. So maybe if Windows 8 comes out, I'm gonna have to upgrade, which is gonna be a long journey from 7. You have to go to 8, then down upgrade to 10. Assuming it's that they go with that model.
Okay, the next question is, will you ever travel to Redmond, California to see Redmond, Washington, bruh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, will you ever travel to Redmond to see the Microsoft campus? No, probably not. I don't care that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I were actually to go there, I would take a shit in the roof.
Alright. This says directed at Ryan, but we're all going to answer these questions because they're general.
Oh, I like number 2. That one's I could go on forever about that one.
Okay, number 1. Do you like T-Mobile? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
They have a good business model. You know, they're for the consumer. They actually give a shit about you. Yeah. That kind of thing.
So, shout out to John Ledger.
Yeah, that guy's a badass.
Yeah. You fucking rock, dude.
Alright.
Do
you like T-Mobile?
Oh, I was trying to go for number 2 right there. Yeah, I like T-Mobile. I mean, they're awesome. I mean, I didn't like them back in like 2011 or so, but nobody did back then because AT&T buy out anybody.
Yeah, I had them in 2007. That was actually my first cell phone, and they were shit, but now they're not so bad. So
before they had 3G.
Yeah. Okay. What about you? What do you think of T-Mobile?
Well, so far they fucking rock. So my grandma first switched to T-Mobile, so I did have a trial like 3 months before I signed up, and I was liking it, so I signed up. Yes, there may be coverage issues but usually it's in highways in rural areas, which I rarely go to, so I don't really care. It works.
All right, number 2. What do you think of Sprint?
Do you want to let me have this one?
Yeah, you want to take it away? So I'll probably agree with whatever you say.
Then I'll go next.
Fuck those fucking pieces of fucking shit.
Yeah.
So what happened was I moved to Salinas, right?
You want to speak up a little?
Okay, no. I moved to Salinas.
Yeah, there you go.
Based on where I moved, my iPhone 5, I had 5 bars, perfect signal, but no service whatsoever.
Sweet.
So I called them. Their solution was to move closer to the 101.
Oh boy.
It's like, yes, I'm going to cancel my lease on my place, uproot everything, and move closer to the freeway, assuming there's even a place to go over there, just because my Sprint service sucks. No.
They told you to move.
They did.
What the fuck?
They didn't even offer me an AirAve or anything, right? So I call them about maybe unlocking my iPhone 5 because, you know, I was going to pay the early termination fee on it to get it unlocked.
They don't
They're
do
like,
unlocks.
nope, no unlocks ever. So I filed an FCC complaint, and their executive department called me and told me basically to go fuck myself.
And
I heard that Sprint doesn't even do unlocks. I was like,
they will start doing them as of February 2015.
Yeah.
But basically, they told me to kind of go screw myself. They're like, if you want unlocked phones, go to another carrier. So I did, and I owe them about $1,000 in early termination fees, but fuck them.
Yeah, they're not getting it.
And how about this? Alright, let's pretend this is Sprint.
Why did you...
Yeah, just pretend. I'll just go get it later. Come on.
Okay.
Carry on.
Okay. Question number 3. Oh my god. Okay, question number 3. Are you an American or import car person? Imports, specifically Japanese. They know how to make a good car. Same with, you know, Europe. They make decent cars too.
Yeah.
Most American cars are hunks of junk.
Yeah.
The only actually American company I like is Ford. They make good trucks, but I don't know so much about their cars. So
their cars are getting better from what I hear.
Okay, so I have to go import.
Same here, because I like Toyota.
Yeah, there you go. How about you?
Yeah, I do like Honda and Toyota, so yeah, import.
I'm gonna have to say Honda's my favorite. All right, next, Xbox or PlayStation? I'm gonna be biased, but PlayStation, because that's what I grew up with. I had a PlayStation 1, 2, and 3. I used it basically my whole childhood, so yeah, PlayStation.
Yeah. Hashtag PC Master Race.
Yeah, exactly. I don't use anything anymore.
And I think I'm getting his PS3, so PS3 Master Race. And at least at least until I get the GTA 5 for PCs.
Yeah.
Then I'm selling that shit.
Okay. Next question. Do you like phablets? He's referring to phones that are excessively large. No. They're way too big for me. Like, if I can't reach the top left corner, you know, semi-easily, I don't like it. It's too big. I had the Note 3 for, what, a day?
Yeah, this exact
Before
Note
I
3.
ended up with it.
Oh, that's the one. Okay, yeah. So I had that phone for a day. I didn't like it. It was way too big. It's just, no, I don't like phablets. They're too big. I don't understand how you can pocket a phone that big.
Who asked this question?
That's what she said.
Eric Neighbors.
Shame on you for using the term phablet. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay with them. I almost considered getting a 6 Plus as opposed to a 6. I just don't think I just hate the term phablet.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
It's just a really big phone.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think?
Yeah, okay, we know what he's going to say. The next two questions are from David Rich. And the first question is, do you find it awkward using your Retina display as a main display with your external monitor? Actually, no. A lot of people ask me why I have my setup set up the way it is, and that's because, like, if the laptop is off to the side, I think it looks kind of weird, so that's why I use the built-in display as my main primary display.
With me, I just keep it off. I keep my laptop off to the side, but I have the lid closed, so it's driving two external displays.
Yeah. Next question: would you not find two identical external monitors with the same resolution easier? That's a tough one.
Obviously, yes, but in a perfect world, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But not all monitors are made equal.
Yeah. All right, we don't have to speed this up. We're almost to the end. The next question is from Matthew Tarbird. How much storage do you typically use on your MacBook Pro and overall on all devices? Well, I can actually tell you exactly right about now. I have 108 gigs free out of 250. So
I'm about the same because I've got a couple videos on my MacBook Pro that I have yet to upload, and because I feel the need to do this on camera, I should note that I currently have 40.2 gigs available on my iPhone, whereas he has about 3, and I'm laughing at him just in my head right now.
Mm-hmm.
And he's telling me to go die in his head right now.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am. All right, how about you?
Alright, so for both my laptop and PC, it's about 60 to 70 gigabytes out of 128. However, on my phone, I think I'm using about 12 gigabytes out of 32 gigs plus 16 gigs.
Oh, and I ought to add that I have a 3 terabyte external with like 600 gigs of shit on it. So.
And I have a 2 terabyte RAID system, and I use about half of the.
Okay.
Don't you have my 1 gig external?
1 terabyte? Yeah, I use it for some stuff.
I was gonna say that you have that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're down to our final 2 questions. This one is from the Phone Genius. What is your opinion on the new Kindle Fire?
Oh boy.
It's a piece of shit. Seriously. It was priced way too high. It has nothing really appealing about it. It's running Amazon's horrible Android skin. It has no Google Play Store. You're restricted to Amazon's shitty App Store. It's basically a phone to get you to buy more stuff on Amazon. So
yeah, just get the app and get it over with.
I can just tell you what he would say. Just get a Nexus 7.
Yeah, exactly.
You can find them used for less than $100
and
now.
Let me add something.
But this is the Kindle Fire phone.
Oh, the phone.
Oh, the phone. Well, fuck that shit.
Yeah, this is. I assume.
The Kindle Fire is the tablet. The Fire phone is the phone. Well, we might as well talk about the phone since we're getting near the end and we need a little more.
I was talking about the phone.
Well, then I'll talk about the phone then. The phone is garbage. Like, he pretty much said it was priced way too high. It's just a phone meant for you to spend more money with Amazon.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
Like, literally, Amazon should be giving it away.
Yeah, I agree.
Or here's the thing: if they really want to sell those, here's the thing: have like Paranoid Android or some other custom rooms. Make a custom like a AOSP rooms for it, and then lower down the price. Then they should resell it for unlocked.
Well, actually, I believe they lowered the price to $200.
That's still
That's still too much. Yeah, I would buy it.
Here's okay. And then we've also got the King. Like, Amazon has out Samsung'd even Samsung with that like perspective display junk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And pretty much like the Fire phone, I feel like if you have a Prime subscription, it should be just given to you because it's clearly meant to keep you in their ecosystem, keep you spending money through them. It basically makes Amazon money. It's like the Nexus 6. It's priced way too goddamn high, but at least the Nexus 6 is, you know, useful.
I agree.
And here's the thing. If I can get the... If the Kindle phone is... The Fire phone is actually cheap, like about $50. If the bootloader is unlocked, then yeah, I may consider it. Other than that, nope.
Alrighty.
At least it, you know, at least it could be like the HTC First, which while it was the Facebook phone, if you just pulled off the Facebook skin, it basically reverted to a stock Android.
Yeah, like a Nexus
installation.
Yeah. Alright, we are down to our final question. This one is from Harry Dog Tech. And it says, Ryan, why did you switch from Windows to Mac, and would you recommend doing it for someone who needs a lot of power in their computer? That's a tough question to answer.
I can probably answer this one, actually.
Yeah,
okay, so Ryan, I actually watched Ryan do this very thing, and it's kind of a good to have it from the outside looking in perspective. He survived mainly on his MacBook Pro for a while, but then he kind of started wanting to get back into gaming and such, so he ended up having to go and buy another custom built. And basically that's how I get along with my MacBook Pro, even though it's performance-wise it's a little bit down there, is I have a custom built, which is, again, dead, where if I want to play some games or do some streaming, I can go over to my custom built and be okay. But my MacBook Pro can't handle anything like that. It's mostly an on-the-go machine. So I imagine that's what he's like. He has his MacBook Pro, which does a good job. It's a Quad i7, Iris Pro graphics. It holds its own, but if you really need more power, you really need to go custom built, and that's the end of the day. That's pretty much the end of it.
On the CPU side of things, this laptop is actually about equivalent to my desktop with the i5 in terms of benchmarks. I googled it. But apparently the CPU is the same, but the graphics is just not there, obviously. If I can't play a game on this thing.
So CPU-intensive stuff on this thing, okay.
Yeah.
Graphics, no.
Yeah, exactly.
And what's ridiculous is you have to pay like close to $3,000 to get one of these with a discrete GPU.
I know.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh well. It's good enough for what I do, and it's pretty damn powerful laptop when you can, all things considered.
So that's our last question.
That is it. That is the question video. We've probably been going for about 45 minutes, maybe a little more than that. Do you know?
We have about 18 minutes left.
Okay. So
yeah.
Basically, that's it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of good questions asked. Thank you guys for responding. There you have it. Brent Kolb 636.
Brent Kolb 636. Fuck Sprint. Fuck the red bastard Verizon.
We will see you guys later.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
636.